This is basically a kind of quick and dirty and generalized, kind of broad example of how you can use what you've learned and instill that into your work. Because a lot of people can dive into something new and see something new, but they might have trouble instilling it into their work and creating something unique out of it. So the first, and I would say most important part, is cinematography. Okay, now within filmmaking on YouTube, these rules don't apply nearly as much as they would like in traditional filmmaking, but I do use some of the traditional filmmaking rules within YouTube filmmaking in order to tell a better story, because you should want to create better content, and if that means involving two different breeds of filmmaking, then that's an awesome thing. Okay, so there is the close-up, the medium shot, and the establishing shot. And then there's those like super wide establishing shots. But every film that you see will have those three varying kinds of shots in order to tell a story. Okay, by the way, just kidding. Cinematography is not the most important part of storytelling. Character is, and that's what I'm gonna get into now. So this one is also pretty damn cool in my opinion, because on YouTube, character kind of varies. There's people like Logan Paul and Jake Paul that play a certain character in order to grow the certain fan base that they have. And I mean certain people like them because they're basically like reality TV. Like, they are exaggerated chaos. And then there's channels like this where there is authenticity. This is literally in my bedroom. I edit my videos on my laptop that I use for college as well. I take you to my college on some days. What I'm trying to say is my character is this environment. Like how you guys see me making videos in here all the time. It lets you know that this is the place of where he produces his content. And then you see me. You see me and my demeanor. That is what helps me most communicate with you guys through this camera. That's what helps me tell certain stories that other people wouldn't be able to tell in the exact same way that I can. This is where it gets cool, because if I got out of character or I wasn't being my authentic self, then it's very likely that it would probably like feed through this video and you guys would feel a sense of like, well, what's wrong with him? So the next thing is editing, and that it has changed over time as well for me, and that should change over time for you as well, because I mean we're all gonna get a lot better. My card got full and I don't remember what I was talking about before that got full. So editing and the way that ties into your personality and like the pacing of your edits. The pacing of my edits is what I've worked on a lot in the past. In my older videos, the pacing was a lot slower, and I was using that to just make longer videos, but then I found out, wow, those videos suck because there's not correct pacing in between the cuts. That, and when I first started this channel, I wasn't using as much cinematography as I am now. I'm using a lot more angles and a lot more methods to tell stories. For example, I will use a shot like this or a shot like this, but this is just like me and you. This is direction. It's a more intimate type shot, and it works really well when I'm like late to class or something, or I'm going somewhere and it's like really fast paced, so that you guys can see what's happening behind me. You can see how fast I'm going by how much I'm moving. Another shot that I will use is this kind of more medium shot. It's kind of like from head to waist. You can see a little bit more background behind me. This kind of shot is good for like if I was talking to a friend and they were right beside me. We know each other, so this kind of distance isn't too close, but it's intimate enough to where we know that we have a connection of friendship. By the way, that ceiling fan is from when I was a baby and my brother and I shared this room. Nostalgic, right? So what about white shots, Henry? Well, I don't really use white shots in the videos that I regularly produce on this channel. There are a couple of short films that I have produced on this channel that have used a couple of white shots in them, but for the most part I will only use white shots when I am recording somebody else or something else. Like, let's say if I'm going to a store and I'm showing that I am at the store before I'm actually in the store, I will show the front of the store. But other than that, this is pretty much as white as it's gonna get for this channel and the videos that I am making. This isn't really even a white shot, this is a medium shot, but it could be considered a white shot for my channel. Okay, now stepping away from like the traditional filmmaking, getting away from these really specific angles, you don't have to use these very specific angles in your films, but you will have to use a variation of them. Whether if it is the handheld, like up in your face type of cinematography, or if it is like placing it on something somewhere so that you can show yourself and the environment around you, like in a 5x5 circumference thing, whatever. Oh gosh, English and math, that's not working. Let me use this as an example. I went to a football game, and I think the video is called an NMSU versus Wyoming football story. I show myself going there, I show myself getting there, I show myself going into the stadium, I show myself watching the game. I use more professional cinematography to show these types of things. I don't just do the like this type of thing the whole time like a lot of vloggers on YouTube do. And well, basically this whole entire channel is a showcase of me finding different inspirations and learning about different techniques of filmmaking and using that in different styles and trying to find my own. That's how you do it. You find different styles, study different methods, and work your ass off to try different things. And then by the time you make it to what's developing into your own style, you've figured out what methods work for you. Thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed, please subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell. And if you didn't, then that's fine too. I upload on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. My content is in vlog form, and I try my best effort to tell stories. My videos are kind of centered around like philosophical type things, using your mind and knowledge in order to develop and skill, and using work ethic to do that. With that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.